Family, I told you, man. I told you them folks is coming knocking at the door, and they come in fast and quick. Now, a lot of people got the game twisted. Last week, recently, young Dolph murder suspect Straightdroppp, well, he got arrested, and we're gonna read all that. He been got arrested, but he got re-sentenced for the case that we broke down well over like 5 months ago. What we broke down last year, explaining to y'all, he has a federal situation going on, suspended sentences, and it seems like the state is trying to keep him quiet. They're trying to get Straightdroppp out the way so he does not testify in the case of young Dolph. I probably so believe that in the right way, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna look at the circumstances involving it, and we're gonna make it make sense for the people all out here, because there's a lot of ramifications going on in this case. As you can see here, Straightdroppp never actually got to say what he needed to say in the right way, so the disclosures are everywhere. Now, before we get started, I need y'all to hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and make sure you rock out with I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Now, if for the people who are blind and don't know what's been going on, young Dolph murder suspect Justin Johnson, also known as aspiring rapper Straightdroppp, was reportedly sentenced to 2 years in prison for a prior federal violation on Tuesday, April 12th. Now, according to Action News 5, he pleaded guilty to violating his terms of his supervised release relating to a past weapon charge. That's right, a past weapon charge is the thing that sustained and got Straightdroppp. But they're going to use this to make you think that Straightdroppp is the one who's guilty of this. Straightdroppp did the actual murder. We got the case solved. Ladies and gentlemen, victory away. This is what they're going to want y'all to think and believe on the entire situation. Now, let's keep reading it. Now, they said the violations, was basically, he played the terms of his supervised release. The violation include not being, regularly employed, because they needed him to show that he's employed. I think he could beat that. He can show proof about the employment just basically on what you see. Being a rapper and being an artist, he could claim that he's not doing that his part because they arrested him. Now, the violations that they're doing, it seems like it's gonna be dismissed, even though he got sentenced for it already. You can always appeal, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna put a motion in to do all what they gotta do, but it's a tough situation because he got this Dolph murder at his hand too. Now, the mandatory drug screening and therapy, failing to seek permission before leaving the jurisdiction, and being arrested. That's what they got him for also being arrested. If people don't know, if you get arrested for a pending case or a case that's going on, they will come and get you for like 100 other things that got nothing to do with one thing. Now, you seen his situation being revoked and being removed. Now, let's read the rest. Now, Justin was arrested in connection with the young Dolph murder last November, alongside 32-year-old Cornelius Smith and some other suspects who they also arrested. Johnson faces charges of first-degree murder, you know what I'm saying, attempted murder as well. He got a whole lengthy of charges and situations going on. Bro and them don't know how his situation is gonna be, but as you can see, people don't really care. People just want the situation to be what it is. Now, if you look at the judge in this case, I'm going to do a separate video. The judge in this case ain't happy at all. The judge in this case do not like these dudes. I mean, you don't got to be a genius to know that. Now, we know he was facing time for being a a convicted felon, and he had a possession of a firearm and the theft of property over $10,000. So this is like a defense mechanism that I feel Memphis Police Department is using to hide their hands and alleged involvement in a young Dolph situation, if you pay close attention, because they're not gonna let him get a word off. Now, Jeremy Pierre of Fox News 13 said, both young Dolph and the accused gun, basically both young Dolph's accused gunmen are in custody and were trying to get a lawyer at the time, which we broke that story. Judge gave them enough time to get it. A lot of people felt like it was way too much time. He still didn't come out in the plus side of at least getting a attorney in this situation. It still went left a little bit. Now the 23-year-old Justin Johnson was reportedly attacked in jail in March. You know, that's what we had got through the streets as well. Them folks came in there, guns, educational purpose blazing, and the rest was history with Straightdroppp. Now his attorney, which is Straightdroppp attorney, Junie Ganguly, said he was punched by a fellow inmate at Tennessee Shelby County while in the middle of a phone call. You feel me? Johnson was supposedly approached by the inmate and socked in the face, although he didn't suffer any serious injuries. While there was no motives reported, but we know it's likely in retaliation for Dolph's November 21st murder. You know, authorities also believe at the Shelby County jail that was confirmed that day, you know, the incident took place, and said that the investigation was underway. But we know Memphis Police Department don't care about no investigations with this. We already know the things we talked about Straightdroppp, how allegedly he might be innocent in this, or at least we know allegedly he ain't the trigger man at all. He might be accomplished, he might be somebody who knows details and information, but to sustain him as the sole purpose of person of interest, I don't think so at all. I think we're gonna get to see the mix. We're going to get to see what this is really in here for, and what the lick read on the play, man. It's a lot of foul motions going on here. Now, a third suspect, who was the cousin of Straightdroppp, we know that already, 27-year-old Shondell Barnett, who was arrested just days later during a press conference. You know, U.S. Marshal Tyrese Miller revealed Barnett has been charged with an after the fact accessory to first degree murder, and it was a big deal for that, Miller said at the time. We're proud of the work that we did in catching all of them until Indiana released this dude. There's a lot of unseen heroes, he went along to say, that participated in the case, basically. Now he's saying with this case, you got a lot of hidden players on it and the hidden faces, but he said, I think we are the best of the best. We get results, and today's announcement demonstrates that. This is what he said to everybody. Now, Dolph's autopsy, you know, we already told y'all that autopsy revealed a whole lot of things. Too much shots was aimed at him. Now, he suffered over 22 shots. That's what young Dolph suffered, and people didn't know. The gunshot wounds was believed to be in the chest, head, abdomen, neck, shoulder, and both arms, and multiple times in the back as well. So they let it riddled with young Dolph, to say the least. They let it riddled. They went, you know, brazy on it. I still say what I say, and I believe what I believe. I believe that this whole thing was staged in a way to hide us from knowing who the real trail killers is. They're not gonna show us what we need to see and know on this case even more. We're just gonna get regular things of the regular schmegler. That's what I got from all of this. Now, JoJo Splat, what he's been doing out here, you can physically see, like, he's been having a whirlwind of trouble in the justice system, a system that used to be kind of on his side, always letting him being released from different sentences, you know, and now it's backfiring on him. It's hard for him to get a proper attorney. Now that he got one, will this one do the proper justice? I didn't even do my proper research to see if this new attorney Junie is a state representative or a Straightdroppp played full cash for it, because we're at a time frame where it doesn't matter if he paid full for it or not, or it's the state attorney. We can see the game is rigged. We can see what's going on already, who's gonna make this play in motion. So the rest don't even need to be said or reputed anymore. What we need to do is look at the Straightdroppp situation with an eye on the swivel. This 2-year sentence that he got is to make somebody sit down and get somebody out the way. I stand on that. You're going to see more in relations to the situation. Seems like even the Memphis News is trying to shut people up. They're trying to claim videos and, you know, keep everything on the hush hush. I feel like the game is rigged. We're gonna see more that's in the later process of this, but in the meantime, I hope y'all hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and rock out with the I Smoke Hip Hop Live platform. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.